Hey there everyone. So there's absolutely no editing in this video, but I really wanted to do a garden update for you guys. So I am currently walking to the garden and figured, hey, why not record it right now and just directly upload it for you guys. So lighting, sound isn't probably going to be the best, but at least you get an update. Alright, so here is my spaghetti squash. I actually took all of the pumpkins out of this bed here and moved them over here to this second bed because the stuff that was supposed to come up there definitely didn't. But as you can see, my spaghetti squash here is really taken off. I've got a few plants in here. I may end up culling a couple of them, and I've got quite a few flowers already in here, so I should start seeing them turn to spaghetti squash. And then of course I've got a whole bunch of weeds. I really need to get in here again and weed this all out. It's been a couple of days. And then I've got all of my radishes. I have been harvesting off of them for like the last, I don't know, month and a half. So yeah, I've got quite a few of them. Unfortunately, they have all kind of started to go to wood. In other words, it's just they're squishy and they're stringy and they just don't really taste all that good. So unfortunately, I'm going to end up having to harvest all of these, but I need to find out what the beet leaves look like so that I'm not accidentally pulling any of them, because there's supposed to be a whole bunch of beets in here as well. So that's going to be interesting for me to find out. And then we got the pumpkins. Here, as you can see, the pumpkins, they're doing all right. These are the Jack B. Littles, so they're pretty much smaller plants anyway. We'll see if I get anything off of them this year or not, but they're sprung up pretty good here in the last week or so. And my onions, well, they're doing pretty dang good. Nice and healthy. And of course, there's weeds in here as well, just like there's weeds everywhere. Then we've got this stuff here, the asparagus. I have not weeded this at all this year, and I really need to badly. But yeah, this here asparagus here is, well, just about as tall as I am. So yeah, needless to say, it went to seed. I can't really do anything with it. So I'm just going to end up chopping them out of there and weeding all of this out. I need to get in here and trim up all of my, I forget what type these are called again. Anyway, I need to get in here, cut it all down, and lay it down in some of these beds here to help with the growing of that stuff. And my raspberries. I wasn't sure if I was going to get anything off of them this year or not, but you can definitely see a raspberry. And I might add, they are pretty dang delicious. Got a whole bunch of them. Once again, haven't weeded. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out all the weeds here. I'm going to pull out all of the wood chips that are underneath, and I'm going to go ahead and black weed this in between all of those plants as well. And maybe I'll just rock the whole thing instead of doing a separate little area for them, because they'll grow perfectly fine through the rocks that are there. But yeah, so I'm happy to see that I'm getting stuff off of those anyway. Let's see here. Something else has been eating on these as well. I haven't been getting a lot off of them, but getting a few little things here and there. And then my flowers and my dill. My dill came up, so that's good. At least I get some dill out of it. And flowers. Look at there. Fancy flowers. A lot of these are flowering stuff and not weeds. This here's a weed. But like this here, I'm pretty sure is a flowering thing that I planted. This here is why I hate creeping Jenny. Look at this. This plant, let's see if I can, this here is creeping Jenny, or what we call creeping Jenny. And this stuff will climb up your plants and literally suffocate them. And they just get everywhere and is a pain. Here we've got my tomato plants. I have been weaving them in and out of here as often as I come back here. But these things just grow really quick, and sometimes when I try to do it, I break them, unfortunately. Yeah, here's a few more tomato plants. I got tomatoes coming up down here. This one doesn't want to vine for some reason or go up, so I'm just letting it kind of do its squatty thing here. As you can see, I got tomatoes. Nothing came up over here. So I've just been pulling the weeds out of there. And here we've got the cucumbers. And they are definitely wanting to vine down to the ground here. And I keep moving them as well up. And then I will just simply push it through the grate there. And then once it gets big enough, I'll push it through the other way. Like this. And hopefully they will start growing up on their own. Then my lettuces. I got literally 2 or 3 spinach plants here. And all this here popped up in, I don't know, the last 2 weeks, I would have to say. So I'm going to have to start cutting back on these and using this up in the house to eat. Because they're probably going to end up sprouting here soon and go into seed as well. These other little tomato plants here, they've got a few. Let's see if I can show you. A few little tomatoes coming up. And my peppers. They each have 1 pepper on them. So yeah, that's how my garden's doing right now, and hopefully, I'm really hoping to get out here for about a half a day and really get this stuff back here cleaned up soon because, well, it desperately needs it. But if you guys have been following my Instagram, you've seen probably that I have been working on my canoe for this year. Well, one of the 2 that I had planned. So yeah, I've been a little bit busy with that. Not that that's an excuse to neglect the garden, but not that's an excuse to neglect the garden, but honestly, I've been out here every other couple of days weeding, so otherwise it would look way, way worse than this. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this, and make sure you follow my Instagram at Doing Projects if you're not already. And until next time, you have a good one.